so you will need some swordfish. You can use tuna, you can completely omit it if you do not like fish, but I recommend doing this with swordfish. I'm using some linguine, just a little tomato. This is one little tomato cut in small pieces. This is finocchietto selvaggio, or with wild fennel. Here I have some extra virgin olive oil, almond, and a little bit of dry white wine. The first thing we will do is just go ahead with our linguine. You can use spaghetti, you can use busiate. I think linguine is the best. Just season it with some sea salt. Put the cover back on so it will catch the boil, and make sure you mix the pasta. This is back to a boil in a pan that's nice and hot. Go ahead with a generous amount of olive oil. Make sure you're on a high heat, but not too high. And then we're gonna go ahead with our swordfish. Move it around. Use a wooden spoon. Just season it with a little bit of sea salt and some black pepper. Move it around. Always use a wooden spoon if you're using a non-stick pan. Move it around. Get a little color in it and put it at a high heat. In the meantime, get your wild fennel ready. If you don't have wild fennel, you can use the fennel tops and just cut it really fine with all the stems. Just fine, but like I really love the aroma. Like if you can get wild fennel, finocchietto selvaggio, selvatico, call it whatever you want. This is what we make in Sicily, pasta con sarde. Unfortunately, I'm not able to find sarde, but get your finocchietto ready. Okay, at this point, as you can see, we're at very high heat. We're gonna go ahead and put our finocchietto selvaggio in. Just incorporate it through. Very simply like that, and just make sure you're still at a high heat. Okay, at this point, we're gonna go ahead with our white wine and let the alcohol reduce, and this is gonna be the base of our pasta. Just go ahead, very high heat. Okay, let's now prep our almonds. It's very simply, these are roasted salted almonds. I'm going to chop it off in little pieces and toast them even more. I want them almost burned, but not burned. It's like, we call it atturrate in Sicily. So cut them in small pieces. Now that the alcohol has evaporated, we're going to incorporate our tomatoes and just put them in. At this point, you can even go ahead with a little cup, just a little bit of the pasta water to facilitate everything, and let the tomato cook. Put it to a low heat, and we're gonna wait for the linguine to be ready, and we're gonna finish cooking it here. Okay, now I put my pan, this is a cold pan, I just put it on, I put my almond in, and I just want to toast them until I get a very deep golden color. So just let it go, and your mandorle atturrate will be ready. Pasta is almost ready. Always make sure, always, you stir it, and in case dry a little bit, your ragu, your salsa, whatever you want to call it, it's ready. Just waiting for the pasta. Golden, deep golden color. You will smell a little bit, it's not burnt. It's almost like smoky, and we're good to go. Now we just put it in a container, whatever you want to put it, and we just wait for the pasta to be done. Just check your pasta, see how it is, and then we're gonna finish it here. Shut it off. Our sauce is nice and warm. We just go ahead and strain it directly in our condimento. Super easy. We just go ahead, spread it across. This is very al dente at the moment. We're going to go ahead, add a little bit more of pasta water, and finish it cooking here. Point, our pasta is done. We just shut it off. It's very liquid still, but don't worry, because we're gonna go in mantecatura, and all this beautiful liquid, it's gonna become, you know, what's gonna coat the pasta and get it creamy. So start with a little mantecatura, you know, and then just go ahead, you know, in case you can't do it, go with the spoon, wooden spoon, or mantecatura, you're just like decreasing the heat and sauteing this pasta, and you will see exactly, like all the liquid is gonna start to disappear and emulsify. with the starches of the pasta, you already can see it, how much thicker it's getting. And continue with the mantecatura. So now we go ahead and we plate it. I mean, as you can see, it's like very creamy, delicious. All the starches are emulsified and the pasta is still hot. The secret of a good mantecatura is that you don't get the pasta cold or anything. So we're just gonna put our pasta in the center. If you have a ladle, you can do even more refined. Just a little bit more of the pasta. You know, but this is like rustic. It's like, shouldn't worry about it too much. Then we take a spoon and we get our beautiful condiment of the pescespada, a little finocchietto. And as you can see, this is not like a red pasta. There's not a lot of sauce. The pomodoro is actually just to add a little bit more acidity, a little bit more sweetness. And voila. We have plated the pasta. And then you finish it off with the toasted mandorle atturrata. Just drizzle it off with a little bit of olive oil. And here you have my pasta al pesce spada con finocchietto.